So we're here at Firepower in Charlotte, North Carolina. Doing a little rehearsal for a class we have coming up. And since we're in a gun store, I asked Kirsten to talk about the top 3 guns that are sold to people with small hands, right? Not necessarily females, but people with small hands. And there's always a trade-off in everything you do. So we've picked 3 guns, and Kirsten's going to talk through the pros and cons of each one.
Okay, so one of the first ones that he said, the top 2 purchased typically, especially by women, is going to be the Glock 43X, which is an extended grip. So you get a few more rounds, and honestly, it gives you a better grip control having that extended area compared to just the 43. And then the second one he said was the SIG 365, which has also a 10-round capacity. And then the last one is the Ruger, which is a 380. And that's not as popular anymore, but I do see that pretty frequently in the courses that I teach for women who carry concealed.
Okay, what's the magazine capacity each one?
10. All 3 of these have 10. I would say the big pro of the Glock 43X is that grip. You are able to establish that master grip a lot easier, firmer control over the gun and the recoil that happens. This short grip on the 365 really makes a difference. However, I have the XL, and that is a game changer, especially for small hands. Yeah. The way the contour of the handle on the 365 XL is a total game changer for small hands, especially I have really small hands. We were comparing. Like, it's not even comparable. You can't even see my hand.
I don't have big gorilla hands. Like,
yeah,
there's some guys that looks like a bunch of bananas. You know?
Yeah. And this one, I mean, it's not bad, but that extra extension really gives you that ability to control the firearm.
Yeah, and
I don't recommend the Ruger.
So again, 10 rounds, 10 rounds, 10 rounds, but these are 10 rounds of full-size 9mm rounds, which is a phenomenal bullet.
Minus this one.
That's a 380, which is a 9mm short, less stopping power, just not as good. And we went around this big circle for decades. We went from 45 to 357 Magnum to 9mm to 10mm and back to 9, and we're back at 9mm now, because again, trade-offs, right? There are pros and cons to everything, right? And full-size 9mm seems to be the way to go. It's a single-stack mag, which makes it a thinner profile here. Double-stack mags have a thicker grip, which again, small hands, not ideal. Plus, it's going to print more on your body when you're carrying it concealed, right? Both very, very reliable companies, but we're not sponsored by anybody, but both very, very reliable companies. Great reputation and very, very reliable guns that
I
will
know
not.
With students I have, they really enjoy the 365 for everything we talked about, the contour, and also the stippling on that is so good for when you're nervous and you're a little bit sweatier on the range, like, because that's just what happens when you get nervous, your hands sweat. That stippling really helps the grip and doesn't make you have to readjust all the time, which is important.
When I was shooting competitively, I was shooting a Glock 34, and I just bought grip tape, and I put it all here, but I also put some up here on the front, because that was my touch point for my thumb, so I had something to index each time, and it really helps with that to establish that grip and maintain that grip while you're firing. What do you think about red dots on sights, people buying them for concealed carry purposes?
To each their own. I mean, obviously it's great. You don't have to find the sights if it's dark out, things like that, but that is going to change the way that you're able to conceal it, which for a small petite female, it's going to be a lot harder. The more you put on it, the harder it is to hide it.
Yeah, and then, you know, if you're gonna run red dots on everything you do, or if you're gonna run iron sight, like this guy right here, I got a Glock 19 right here with iron sights on it. Pretty confident with it. Been shooting Glock for a very, very long time.
I do say though, if you don't know how to shoot iron sights, you got to learn the basics first, because if that red dot ever goes down, you have to know how to do it without it.
Yeah. So full-size 9mm, 380, not a great option in my opinion. It's kind of tempting because it's so small, less recoil, but not really there.
And when you compare it, it's really, you're not really getting that much of a difference for the conceal option. Because I used to think also that 380, it's way smaller, better to have that and actually be able to conceal it. But if you see the difference, there really isn't that much of a difference. It's just a little bit longer of
You're
a
not
barrel.
gaining much, but you're losing a lot. People go for these very light guns, but light guns with no weight behind them, like a titanium revolver or something like that, it jumps a lot when you shoot it because it's got no freaking ass to it at all. So I carry a Glock 19. That's just what I've carried for 20 years. Do you carry one of these two as a daily carry?
I carry two. Not at the same time. I'm not, not that guy. But I'll either have my 43 or my 365 XL.
I carry a Glock 19 because we carried Glock 19s at work.
Yep.
It was my work gun, so I carried it as my concealed gun. I shot Glock 34s as a competition gun. Very comfortable with it, but yeah, both great options. Okay, thanks.